Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we have the Barbie phone. Many of you have been waiting for this review and we got to it. So the phone is pretty good. We'll talk about it in just a second. But for now, let's go over the frequently asked questions as they're shown here. So when it comes to the frequently asked questions, it does not have WhatsApp. It's a pretty much a KaiOS device and it's pretty good, but it does have some, not so great things. First main difference with the Nokia 2780, this is based out of the Nokia 2780, is the highly reflective area right here. It's essentially a mirror that you can check yourself out or maybe look behind you without, being too obvious. But you still keep the 3.5mm headphone jack. You have a new casing with this hot pink, and they do include a few extra cases. We'll go over them in just a second with the accessories. You have a camera. You also have USB-C, and you have a button in the volume rockers. So there you go. The phone also includes a few extra accessories. So as you see right here, you have interchangeable back cases, but also there is an area for a lanyard, which you can use. As you see, they include one right here, a few charms as well, different charms. There are some extra jewelry looking stickers and also other stickers that look like these. So you can customize your phone to your liking and make it look whichever way you want. On the software side of things, the phone is running KaiOS, and it does come with a customization of icons. These are all the pink icons, as you see right here. However, they are not customizing everything. So you go back to the regular KaiOS. There it is, the store, maps, pod LP, email. So some of the icons are not fully customized in pink. This is a little bit of a discontinuity. I don't necessarily like it, but it is what it is. You can kind of have to contend with primary software and third-party software, icons, etc., etc. It does have one extra app from KaiOS, the Barbie Tips for digital balance or digital wellness. I think this is a nice addition, and it does have a few tips that kind of allow you to think, hey, how can I change my lifestyle? It does come with some games, not the most amazing. You have a recorder, a few utilities like a calendar, file manager, FM radio, and then you have the internet, of course. You have the ability to browse multiple webs if that's something that you're into. And again, there are a couple of extra utilities. So you can search the internet. Right here is the typing. Sure, Hertz. Let's try that. And right there, you can go and navigate. The navigation is not going to be anything like a smartphone, but it can get you out of a pinch if you need some extra information or whatnot. So let's take a look into other apps. So it does have the ability to use Google Maps, so you will not get lost, but it doesn't have turn-by-turn navigation. So when it comes to turn-by-turn navigation, it will not follow you, but it'll give you a set of directions. So if you look for the closest Starbucks, which is our usual, kind of like what we look for, it will give you, okay, walk or drive this way, but it will not alert you, hey, turn right or turn left. It will just give you a set of directions that you can go to and from your location. Again, this is a little bit of a bummer, but at the same time, you do have access to looking for these areas, maybe calling and whatnot. You also have a store with a few utilities here and there. You have Pod LP, which is my favorite podcasting app. But you also have PDF tools, Geo Trivia, Trade Genius, a couple of games, utilities like Translate, music, a different kind of map. You have the weather, to-do lists, QR code readers. Everything that is available on the KaiOS store is also available on the Barbie phone. But again, it's up to you what you want to use and what you do not want to use. The camera is nothing to rave about, but it is available, and I'll showcase some samples in here so that you guys can check them out. And again, it's serviceable. It's something nice to have instead of not having anything, but it's not something that you're going to be really, really into it. There are some extra customizations in the icons, and you do have access to the triple click for texting, and you also have access to T9, as you see right there. Hello, I am Jose. Jose. Let's see, Joseph. Fine. There you go. So you can type, and you can also change by pressing the pound key, or you can get emoji or extra symbols by pressing the star key. So if you want to go to a different type of configuration, there it is. You can change to ABC, 1, 2, 3, capital, or predictive. So you have the ability to use all of these features. It just depends on what you want to do. The phone does support group text messages, thankfully, natively, so you don't have to do any workarounds. And again, it does have a calendar, calculator, a few utilities that KaiOS does have regardless. And of course, you also have access to the KaiOS store. Now, let me give you a few thoughts when it comes to the battery life, the testing of the device. Of course, this device is more of a marketing device. It's a Nokia 2780, but of course, it does have all of the features with more simplicity, and it's Barbie branded, and it's going to sell a few units here and there. I think it's actually going to bring a lot of people into the platform. The issue is that KaiOS does not have WhatsApp, so it may not be as useful in other areas. And also, another one of the big issues is that, there's not a lot of development coming up into KaiOS. So if you want this device, I highly recommend that you get it for what it is and not what it's promised to be. So essentially, calls, text messages, and your occasional browser looking for information. And that's about it. I do like the responsiveness. It's like a Nokia 2780. The battery life is pretty decent at about 2 to 3 days. And again, you can listen to your podcast with Pod LP. You can listen to maybe a few things, look at the news, etc., etc. One of the biggest drawbacks of the KaiOS experience is that it does have some ads. Not a lot have shown in this specific kind of demo that I'm doing right now, but eventually you will get served a few ads. The best way to not get served ads is to disable all data, and then you will be able to use your apps pretty much without any issues. So maybe you sync your data once a day for the podcast or maybe the weather, and then after that, that's about it. But, it's kind of like a work in progress, something that we're looking into. Oh, there it is. Oh, man, very interesting ad right there. But as you see, you can see that those ads will become annoying if you continue using the apps. So I highly recommend that you disable the data and that you use the device as offline as possible, because if not, it's going to be a terrible experience. That's about it on the front on the kind of like what the device does have available. And yeah, I mean, it kind of like allows you to use different things. And it's a good device for the basics. For $130, you kind of start questioning, should you get a Nokia 2760 from TracFone? $20. It does the same thing. Or maybe a Blue Flex, a TCL Flip 3. There are other alternatives out there. But if you really want the branding for the HMD Barbie phone, then go for it. Why not? It's going to be a decent experience. It's going to allow you to rock it with style and have a few utilities here and there. If you have any questions that I did not cover of this device in this review, make sure to leave them in the comments below, and I'll be interacting with you guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.